Hello guys, how are you? So good evening. So today we are going to talk about the most important topics and it's based upon the Google Cloud platform. So nowadays we are seeing that in many of the companies or organizations, people are shifting towards the Google Cloud platform and they are diverting from the Azure or AWS. So initially Google was lacking the ARS and all those tools and technologies, but nowadays the Google is coming with the latest models like Gemini Pro Vision model or the latest one is Levo 3 here just based upon your input prompts how it's giving the accurate results and multimodal models also. And one of the most important part about the Google is it's a dialog flow CX where you can just create the agents and based upon each agents you can just create the real-time shopping experience type agents like you just type the query like you want to order any online shirts or some or something. So based upon that, each agents will take your order. Then based upon data, it will trying to execute that order. It will do the payments for your all those things, and so many things are happening. So today I will going to talk about how to create a one rack system based upon the Google Cloud platform. So if you are utilizing Azure AWS, there's same like you will utilize Azure AI search for that vector stores where you will create the embeddings from those chunking data where if user is uploading any PDF file or any types of data, and based upon that you will do the vectorization and at the last you will do the search. So same thing is applied for the Google. So in the Google actually what you have need to do. Basically, you need to utilize Google's various services like one is the Google RAG engine. So RAG engine is the end-to-end platform developed by Google where uh, we can store the vector stores, we can retrieve the vector stores from that RAG engine, or even we can do the various types of similarity search, vector search, hybrid search in the RAG engine. So it's specifically built for to do the rack system for various systems or type of documents like those are the multimodal images, PDF text, or even for the audio type. So, and the main advantages of RAG engine is that, like, whenever you are utilizing that RAG engine service, either in the Google console or in the coding, so automatically it's a scalable and all those containerization and serverless deployments, all things are there. So at the end, you don't need to take too much care about where you will deploy and how you will manage all those resources. So for to build any rack project in the Google, you will require the one you have need to just initially need to log in into the Google account. You need to create one project IDs. You need to select any particular region and all those resource types. Then also you have need to enable the APIs for that RAG engine system. Then you can also utilize that Google AI search engines like Azure AI search where you can select various IDs. Embeddings, then you can add metadata and so many things. You can decide which rank you have to select and how you can modify how much chunks you can means retrieve and all those things. So first one part is that Google projects, then you have need to utilize that Google RAG engine, then Google Vertex search. So if you want to initialize that real time, like if you want to do the web search or any others search to scrap the data from any website, GitHub repository, or specifically from that your Google Cloud Drive or somewhere. So you have just need to add your means URL there or link any that account with that Google's Vertex AI search and automatically it will try to do the embeddings. Once you create the RAG engine, then you have need to define some sparser means techniques means whenever if you are uploading any PDF file or anything others, then you need to extract data. Like if there are images, then you can utilize Google LLM parser here or OCR parser where it will try to extract the text from those images or handwritten text and all those things. Or also there is some intelligence document layer parser also there, so automatically based upon the types page number it will try to extract text. Then you have need to define the chunking strategy like chunks with the overlap, and you have need to pass some chunk overlap parameters like either 500 chunks and 150 overlap or 1000 chunks and 200 chunk overlap, and you have need to play with those matrices. Once you have defined all those, then your RAG engine is ready. So you have either need to upload those documents. So you will need to require either Google Drive where your documents are stored, or either you can create one source in the Google Cloud console, and it's like Google bucket storage. So whenever user will upload file, then that file will be stored in Google bucket storage. Then you will give that part to the Google RAG engine or Vertex AI search. So when your user will upload the file, then PubSub message will be triggered, and based upon that, that a particular layout parcel is triggered, and it will try to extract the content from that PDF file or image data. And yeah, based upon the chunkings like 5,000 or 1,000 chunks and 2,000 chunks overlap, it will create the chunks. And you also need to define the which types of embedding model you will utilize. So if you are utilizing Google Cloud Platform, then you can utilize like text embedding 005 model, which have the 768 dimension. And yeah, it's very good for that to create the embeddings, and it will give the right one results. So once you're defining the embedding models, then also you have need to define the LLM models to uh, talk on the user's questions. So whenever user will ask the questions, then user's questions also converted into the embeddings based upon that text embedding model 005. And then based upon how you are defined that vector store configuration in Google AI search, like what type of similarity threshold you have put for that cosine similarity and how much top k results you want to retrieve. So based upon that, it will retrieve the results. So whatever retrieved context and user query will be given to the Google LLM model. So you can utilize either Gemini Pro Vision model if user is passing both images or in context, or either, or you can utilize that Google latest one like Google Gemini Pro Vision model. So those models are advanced one, and those have the input limits also like nearly about 1 millions. But for RAG, that's not required. So once all those defined, then based upon that user input and return context from vector store, you will get the definite good results. And in the Google Cloud, actually, you can check and do the practice. Like you will get one Google app HTML format where you can actually test it or evaluate it. Like you can type the user query, and based upon that, it will also try to give you the answer. So lastly, you can verify how results are given. And at the last, you can utilize that Google Cloud evaluate parameter function or evaluate methods where you can define some matrices like how your context is given, like groundness, truthfulness, then context precision, context recall. And if those are not relevant or right one, then you can change the either chunking strategy or LLM parser type, or you can play with the various ranking methods or thresholds type or top context retrieval method. Once this is done, then your app is ready. Then you have just need to copy paste that HTML file format, and you have just need to add it in either your Flask if you have fast type or HTML, and yeah, your app is indirectly deployed. So Google Cloud will take handle all those things like load balancing and all those based upon your service provided. So you don't have to worry about that. So this is the actually end-to-end flow structures for that RAG bot or RAG chatbot on Google Cloud RAG Engine or Google Cloud Vertex AI Search. So and you can also implement that using the Google AI agents or Google Agent Engine or Google Agent Garden, where they have already created one agent tool. So we can define RAG Engine agent as a tool, and we can pass that tool to the LLM Google agents. So based upon the user questions, if it's required the vector stores or all those things, then it will do the RAG search based upon that RAG engine, Google RAG engine. Else it will try to give the direct answer to the user. Yeah, and in the next lecture, guys, we will talk about the Dialogflow CX or conversational agents in the Google, where we can define the flow, pages, routes, parameters, entities, and how we can create the end-to-end agents, like it's a movie ticket booking or online shopping order agents, and we also deploy that agents into the real-time environment. So it's a very interesting and easy one, and nowadays in the market, those types of expectations are going on. So if you want to learn all those things, then I can definitely help you. And if you have any questions or issue or need to learn any other technology, then please try to contact me. I am always will there. So thank you for your patience and time, and thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye bye.